You see the situation between the collision of Chinese Coast Guard and Chinese Navy. So, if you look into negative situation, you might think that because of they say that because of Philippine Coast Guard. But if you look deep into the situation, it's not fault. It's not fault of the Philippine Coast Guard. Because I watched the video and then I understand the video, so it's look like this. In a negative situation, they blame the Philippine Coast Guard. But in a positive situation, if you see the situation in a positive way, the Chinese Navy want to discipline the Chinese Coast Guard because you see the Philippine Coast Guard going away, so the Chinese Coast Guard want to chase it, and then the Chinese Navy intercept. So it might be the situation that, but of course they will blame the Philippine Coast Guard because they don't like that, because either the Chinese Navy want to be responsible or accountable of what he did, right? Because if they really want to chase the Philippine Coast Guard or they blame the Philippine Coast Guard, why the Chinese Navy must go into this situation? It must be straight, right? It must be straight instead of going curve. So the Chinese Coast Guard, I think the Chinese Coast Guard want to chase the Philippine Coast Guard in order to water bomb, right? So if you look into the situation, the negative situation, they really blame the Philippine Coast Guard because of that. Because of course, if they will blame the Chinese Navy, of course it's an accountability and responsibility to their country. So it's look like there is a punishment with their arrogance. So it's actually their arrogance or ignorance like that. So Philippine Coast Guard is not to blame about that situation. It's their arrogance. It's their ignorance, arrogance like that. So because if you really look deep into the video, you will understand. But if you just the glance of watching, if you only glance of watching, of course you you will think that, oh, because of Philippine Coast Guard. No. But if you understand the pollution, you will understand it's really their arrogance or ignorance in order just to blame the Philippine Coast Guard or the Philippines. But no. It's not like that, right? So, okay, you can watch over and over again and then you will understand. Because the Chinese Coast Guard already watered the, already opened the water pump. So, they are trying to do like that, but anyway, if you don't like to be accountable or responsible about what you did, which is wrong, of course you need to defend yourself like that in the situation, and then you blame others. So that is in reality. So anyway, right? Peace to the world.